We're starting the episode with pussy already in the room.
Just when you fucking think, my wife is out, I'm not gonna get bothered by some fuck. And this is what I fucking get. Fucking Christ, fucking crying now and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't even have time to go feed them. Oh, such a pain in the ass. Fucking cats, man. Let me tell you.
Well, this is going to be a fun episode. Now I got some stuff for you. U.S. election.
Yes. Oh, come on. We got to even talk. This is a fucking nightmare.
I am not asking your personal political views because that's a whole other controversy on an epic proportion.
Yeah.
How much of a shit show do you think the election is going to be?
It's gonna be a nightmare. I think if it's a tough one. It's a tough one to pick. I think if Kamala wins, it's gonna be a fucking shit show, and I think that everybody's gonna cry and stuff too. So it's I'm not a big fan of this whole fucking thing, and I can't do anything about this cat right now. So, but yeah, I'm go Trump. Oh, look who is all of a sudden just comes in like all of a sudden
he owns the place.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, brothers? How are y'all?
It's about time
good,
you show up. Good, I'm glad you're here for a second. Good.
So what's your thoughts? Like, again, I don't want to go into people's political stuff because that's not what the show's about. How much of a shit show do you think the United States is going to be come election day and the day after?
So I'm not allowed to speak on politics due to my position. What I can tell you is
I don't want you
to. Either way, we're going to end up. My unit's going to end up in DC to be there for the presidential inauguration. Because I think it's going to be a shit show. I mean, both sides hate each other. Both sides have seen a lot of turmoil, and you don't know what to believe anymore in the media, at least in the United States. And that's all you see, right? It's one side slandering the other side slandering this side. So I don't think we really know what we're going to get until we get it.
Right.
I have some opinions. I have some opinions, but I'm not allowed to speak on them. So
I actually, you know what? In all reality, it's everything is just people's opinion. So I didn't want opinions. I just know that I got some friends traveling through the United States right now, they're a little bit nervous because they're traveling during the days where, if it goes bad, it could go really bad, and they're like, they just didn't want to deal with it.
I listen to my wife's wild stories though. Like my wife is like completely like the whole conspiracy, and if this person wins, there's going to be martial law before it even gets to the inauguration on the 20th, and this and that, and you're just like, where do people these stories that they invent, and if that doesn't happen, there's a next story, and then if that doesn't happen, there's another story, and you're like, oh well, what happened with that, and then eventually there's like, I told you so, or something, so it's fucking wild.
It's going to be a crazy time here in the States, man. It really is.
It's a great time to
Yes, it affects your internet.
Yep.
So what's your hour? What are you, an hour ahead of us or behind us? What?
I'm 2 hours behind, so it's 5 o'clock here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peanut the Squirrel. Do you guys have you heard
15
that one?
minutes before I go eat dinner.
Peanut the Squirrel, man. This is fucking wild. New York, you're fucking. If you couldn't do anything right, man, this is a fucking overreach and a half, man. I've been reading and reading and reading all about Peanut the squirrel, and they fucking had 14 people, fucking 4 different departments come to his fucking house and fucking serve him a warrant, and they kept him outside as they went in this house, and then if you had to go
5 hours.
Yeah, they had to go to the bathroom. They escorted him in his house to find a squirrel and a fucking raccoon. Man,
and then euthanized them both.
Yeah, 2 days later, because they said that the squirrel bit somebody. It just blows my mind. And then you have this fucking retard, Kathy Hochul, on fucking on the news saying if you're not American, if you vote the wrong way. It's fucking crazy. Like this whole situation, and the devastation, and they moved to build the fucking the Freedom Farm sanctuary, and on Peanuts about this, and then they fucking murdered this fucking squirrel. It's mind-boggling what's going to end up happening. You know, like if they don't have whatchamacallit, if they're not a rehabilitator, like an animal rehab, then you're not supposed to have pests in the house and stuff like that. It's just wild.
But they were. That's the shitty thing is they were a sanctuary and a rehabilitation center.
See, that's the thing now. So I don't know if they had the paperwork for that. I mean, you could call yourself a sanctuary until you have to get all the paperwork and but I'm not knocking anything. So that's probably what they're going after, is that they didn't either have the paperwork in or something like that. They weren't allowed to, and then somebody complained about somebody having a squirrel in their house.
So the issue apparently, and again, this is all hearsay until it's actually proven in a court of law, right? Apparently, because Peanut was not able to be let loose, like he was too much of he turned into a house squirrel.
They found him injured.
That became the problem. Pardon me?
They found him injured.
Yeah, and he became dependent. So now he's dependent on them, and they didn't think he would be returned to the wild. So because of that, and him not being able to be returned to the wild, he was an animal that they were not allowed to keep anymore. Because they're no longer a sanctuary, because you're not going to return it to where it's from. So that was the issue with that one. Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad to say, you know what, you guys got big hearts because you guys got fired up too. It's good, you know. I like it.
No, you don't. I don't even know who Peanut the squirrel is. Like, I've never seen a video or anything, but just knowing that those people were trying to do the right thing. I went back and watched some videos, right? And I found out who it was after the media storm. And you've got people that are trying to do the right thing and trying to save animals, and this is what you do. You just come in as a government and decide to fucking take them out. You know, that's I'm not okay with that. Why take an innocent life when there's no need in it? It's thriving.
I think the fact, though, the matter is that there was fucking over 4 different agencies, and they served a warrant, and there was 14 people in his house fucking ripping it apart just to find the fucking squirrel and a fucking
squirrel.
I mean, you're talking about overreach of power. The DEC was fucking wild. I mean,
I am not allowed to speak on my opinions about the government.
Yes.
But what I can say is this: is that if that is not just the tip, that's the tip of what they are willing to do in an overreach of power. Depending on how you vote, depending on what group of people are in power, then you as Americans need to reevaluate your priorities. You think one thing about somebody, and guess what? They're going to turn around and stick it right up your fucking ass like a hot poker. Be very, very careful what you wish for.
So for all the lovely ladies out there, if they want to support Peanut's dad, he does have an OnlyFans page, so check that out. Did you guys have a chance to watch Bad Moms Christmas?
What?
Bad Moms Christmas. Okay.
No.
So if you have a chance, and make sure children under the age of 18 are not watching, it is humorous.
Okay. We'll take a look at it.
You gotta watch it. It's pretty funny. It's got the girl from that '70s show and all that. It's entertaining, but that's that. We have an amazing guest on. He's been quite patient. He's watched me make reels and throw them all. Reel kick this week.
Damn it!
I'm trying to better myself as a person on the internet and trying to do better reels and stuff. So I've been posting a lot lately and putting his name out there everywhere. So we got Visionary on, William Sanford. So we're going to be excited to have him on. But before we bring him on, do you guys want to show love to the people in the chat?
Shout them out.
Shout them
absolutely.
out. Sammy, what's going on? Pink Panther. MK Mike.
Mike.
Kevin. Love that guy.
Dude, he's such a snorer. He's a sleeper. He sleeps on me. You know what I mean?
Thanks for showing up.
HJS, Rich, nice seeing you.
Better half.
The Gecko Diva herself.
15 minutes.
319 Reptile. What's going on?
Thanks, bud. Thanks for coming in.
Charlie. By the way, I'm not sure what it is, but is it Fat Man 20? Or is it Fat Man 15? Because he's got a deal going on with Charlie.
Charlie has to let us know.
Let us know in the chat, and we'll shout it out. Brian and Holly, Sky Morse.
Fat Man 20. Nice.
Fat Man 20. So if you guys need shed testing, hit up Charlie, Fat Man 20, and get your shed test on. Snake X, how's it going?
What's going on,
Limey?
What up, Limey? Legend. Fucking living legend.
Basement Pythons. Now he was just on Fat Man. It was an awesome episode. He's got a lot of bangers.
Yeah, he definitely has a following too.
Gentlemen,
apparently they're all hot chicks. and he was borderline afraid to say that they were hot chicks because it was almost like his wife was in the back room and Batman was like, "Is she hot?"
You leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go get dinner and then get ready for tomorrow. So
all right, bud.
I wanted to stop in and shoot you guys some love and hope you have a good episode. I will be back home next week. So
all right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yep. I'll see you guys next week and send some love to the guests for me.
He is doing an OnlyFans. Take care, bud. All right,
Shauna, bring on the man of the hour, Sir William.
Sir William.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Snakes in the Batman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Life!
William, how's it going?
What's going on, y'all?
You see how fast that happens? You're already knighted now. You're Sir William.
Sir William.
That.
Yeah, you fucking can't. You come onto the show and you're a knight now.
I appreciate it.
You're a knight. Well, you know what? I learned something before we got on, and I'm sure a lot of people actually don't know this about you. You've been on this a lot longer than we all give you credit for.
Yeah, I like being a well-known unknown.
I like that.
Yeah, it's worked well for me for many, many years. So, and what I mean by that is, people know me, but people don't know me. Whereas nowadays, the new generation, I feel like they're always in front of a camera, whereas I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's not a dig. I don't need anybody emailing me and saying like, but yeah, it's interesting back in the day compared to now.
What
Because you've been in this how long?
So I started back in June 2007. Bought a pair of Lessers, and I think like a week later bought a pair of Mystics. But we didn't know they were Phantom Mystics. We didn't have shed testing back then. It was all different. It was like the Wild West, to be honest. And yeah, that's when it started.
I like that. What did you pay for your pair of Lessers?
$2,000 shipped.
And then
for Lessers.
Yeah. I like to get stuff like that. When people are like, I paid $5,000 for a pastel. You're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, like it's nuts. I paid in 2008 for a breeder pastel het clown. I paid $7,500. That was knowing somebody. That was knowing somebody to get it at that price. Like that wasn't just
I mean, it also it's wild that you guys. I mean, listen. I mean, it's the same thing here, and I mean the same. Even just with more jeans, but like the money that was just thrown around when people tell stories like that, like they're throwing down 25. Like Chris had just said, he bought to strangers, spent $22,000 on a stranger.
Yeah, and I like the when we used to send cash in FedEx envelopes. Used to take phone books and cut out like sections of them to put $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 into a phone book and mail that off. Yeah, and hope that you would get the animal because you've never met this person. You just had a conversation with them on the phone, or even better, an email. That's a good one too.
That's fucking wild. So my heart would sink until that snake is here. You're like,
yeah.
I'd be driving. I'd be driving across the country.
That was normal. Like that wasn't a big deal.
Right. The stories like that it's pretty fucking wild. So from then to now, what was species that you had back then, and then now you come to what, ball pythons, right?
Yeah, just right now it's just ball pythons. So I've done obviously ball pythons, anacondas, mainland and super dwarf retics, boas, and berms. How to think about that? Yeah, African fat-tailed and leopard geckos. Some. I don't want to do all that.
I'm saying that has to be a lot of breeding plans and everything as well. I mean, the different species, different humidity, different.
Yeah, and times it was different for me too. Like now, school, work, just adult life. I didn't have like that's what I was doing. I was doing that, so I had more time to do that. But now, I wouldn't go back to that.
So when you say that you were just doing that means you were full time doing that?
Yeah.
And now not full time.
No. Yeah, no, not at all. I probably won't go back to that either. That's not in a game plan. 5, 10, 15 years down the road. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to do me. Mm-hmm. So.
But a lot of big breeders now still have other jobs, and I say other big breeders. Patrick comes to mind and stuff. Like he actually has a day job.
Yeah, that pays insurance. Yeah.
And he's one of the top breeders, I'd say, in the States. One of the top, I'd say 5.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, realistically speaking, like most of us treat this as a hobby, and if you're able to be successful and able to do what Patrick does, and you turn it into business, you just find a way to make it work and not have it take over your life.
Agreed.
But like he's very, very successful for a guy who has a job, has his hobbies, has his family, and does this as well. So it just means it's manageable.
Yeah, but you have to be honed in. You can't be, willy nilly all over the place.
No.
With 15 different species, you can't do that.
Right.
I mean, you can. More power to you if you can and do.
It seems like though you need a lot more space for something like that.
Oh yeah, like I had retics in a master bedroom, Burmese pythons in a master bedroom. Like, yeah, you need a lot of space for those.
Yeah, you're not like ball pythons. Like Paul, you back there, you got space for about 130.
Yeah,
that would be like if you had the big drawer system for retics, you've got 8.
Yeah, and the cages you may have 6.
Yeah.
So like,
and that's one wall.
Yeah, and then your whole house, you would just have to find another house to live in, and your house would be your animals.
Yeah, not to mention,
that's crazy.
You would have rabbits and pigs, thawing out in the bathtub.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, fucking crazy.
Fetal pigs, 2-3 pounds, rabbits, 10, 15, 20-pound rabbits. Like, yeah.
So when you were in the midst of all that, you had ball pythons involved with all the rest of the species too, right?
Yeah, they were in another room.
Did you get into imports around that time too?
So I got import-export license. I think it was 2009, because that's when I started kind of importing stuff in. But I really started playing with it in 2013 when the Master CITES came in.
What's like for me, what's a Master CITES? What is that involved or something like that?
So
obviously. Yeah.
So let's say, easy way to put this. So let's say, Gerald, you need a ball python. Paul, you have a Master CITES. I don't. I have import-export. You have the creme de la creme. With a Master CITES, pretty much you can get the animal there tomorrow because you can pull a permit that you already have. I have to fill it out and wait 2 months.
Okay.
So who are you going to buy from? Somebody who can get your animal there like within the week, or somebody who maybe 2 months? And that's if you fill it out all correctly. Like something may hold up that process to where you're waiting even longer and you can't do anything. So that's basically like a simple term explanation for it. So yeah, like I could pull a permit quick. And with the Lacey Act, when they put the retics on it, the big thing was you have to live in a port state to ship out international. And being in Tennessee at the time, that's a port state because FedEx hub is right there. So that helped a lot too. International's fun because it opens up, like, you think this market's big? No. It's just drop in the bucket compared to, what can go over to Japan, the UK, even down south. So.
How long does it take for something like that, like paperwork and everything? Would like for you said your Master CITES and everything? How long did that take? And do you still have to keep that?
You got it. So the whole process, and I mean cut you off. I'm sorry.
That's right.
The whole process took roughly 9 months for me to get the Master CITES itself, because it was like 20 or 30 pages of paper that you had to fill out, plus giving them pictures of your facility. Because with the Master CITES, like Fish and Wildlife come in anytime, right. And hey, we're here to do an inspection.
I'm curious. I'm sorry that
you're good.
I'm curious. So when you were taking pictures of your facility, you weren't taking pictures of your bedroom?
Yeah, it was in the. It was in
right.
The house.
Okay, so right.
Yeah.
Okay,
No. Yeah. Let's not get that twisted. Yeah. No. It was in the house.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the thing, though. They didn't care as long as you were open and honest with what was going on.
Okay. Yeah.
And in fact, the Memphis branch of Fish and Wildlife, they actually helped me fill out the Master CITES paperwork because I didn't know what I was doing.
That's fucking.
And there were only like 5 people who had it back in 2013, 14, and they weren't talking because then you're intruding on territory.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would I help somebody? Like, if I have a major market and somebody else is coming in, why things were different. It wasn't, everybody help each other like how it kind of is now. Like, it was real, like, compartmentalized.
Right.
So that was a learning.
It's better now, but there's still a little bit of.
There's still some
gatekeeping. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So
not everybody is as friendly as you.
I'm not friendly.
That's even bad.
I'm not. No.
Well, for fuck's sakes, I thought you were friendly.
Let's not get that twisted. No.
Yeah, all the Canadians,
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, let's put on the real face then. So.
When you got involved in that, so you started doing imports.
Yeah.
When did you end up finding the gene that you found?
So she came in 2009. It took a while for me to get her to eat because she was straight out of the bush. And that was back in the day that you would get a picture and it would like download. Whereas like, line by line by line by line. And it would be from a shitty cell phone over in Africa that they took this picture from. And it's not like back then it was like BlackBerries were the top thing. No, this was like a Nokia flip phone that may have been a prepaid at the time. So you're like seeing it trying to come up with this grainy photo that's going line by line by line by line on a like 20-inch monitor, not the 20s, not the 27s and like 30 inches that we have. Trying to figure out, okay, is this juice worth the squeeze to, get her in? So yeah, she came in, took a while to get her to eat. And once, finally got her up, bred her, and then she hashed out some crazy, crazy animals the first time out. I remember calling Ben Rennick at the time, and I was like, dude, what is this? He was like, don't know. You probably got something new, man. What are you going to name it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I haven't thought about it. So I just brainstormed. Finally came up with, or finally found Zawadi, and it's actually the Swahili spelling is Zawadi, but the pronunciation is Zuwadi. So for marketing in the US, I was like, okay, well, people are gonna not know how to pronounce, or they'll mispronounce it with the A, so why not put the U? So really, it does mean it means the gift, because they were hatched out on my birthday back in 2016. So it was like, oh man, this is what it is. So yeah, that's where that came about.
That's pretty cool. So when you got her, did you like instantly be like, oh, there's definitely something here?
No.
Wow.
I was like, I hope there's something. What actually kind of drew me towards her was in the picture, I thought it was a burn, but it was actually part of her scalage. It was almost like how the shatter pattern is, where it goes down into the belly. Mm-hmm. But the original picture, I promise you, I thought it was either scarring or a burn from the wild, but it ended up being her scales. Like they were just like that. She didn't have the normal clear belly that people look for. She just, I don't know. To me, it was just different. I was like, okay, like something's here, but I don't know what.
That's crazy. I'm glad you got the gift.
Yeah. And that's that story.
Right. So now, what? That was in 2000 what?
2016 is when it proved out.
How far are you ahead now in that project?
I'm not. I walked away back in 2019. Okay. I walked away from everything, entire collection, which had all of that in it. If you're wondering why, at the time it was better.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Do you know where any of those animals are now?
I don't. I haven't. I'll be honest. Anybody who's working Zuwadi, who's actually listening to this, I haven't touched any Zuwadi animals since late 18, early 19. So I can't tell you what's out there, what's what. I don't know. I can only tell you up to 18. So.
And it looks pretty cool back then.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean, I thought it was awesome.
What did you just mass? I'm gonna add. Well, did you mass? You just sold all your stuff out and everything like that?
I walked away.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Like how far I walked away is I had a snake hook and a I didn't even have a rack, man. I had a snake hook and a temp. Shit. What are they? Thermometers? I'm drawing a blank, man.
Temp gun?
No. God bless. Thermostat.
We're gonna get there.
I was waiting for it. I'm like,
yeah. I'm a simpleton, man. I can't help it.
So you decide to come back when now?
So I'll be honest, I started getting kind of an itch in 20. And before that itch really took over, I remember asking Cassie at the time, she asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, okay, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I want a snake rack. And she was like, what? You want what? I was like, let me show you. So I showed her. She was like, is this what you really want? I was like, yeah. So she got it. And that's how it started back. Got some DG stuff. And then I really started seeing the market kind of skyrocket. And I know that's not normal. And when I say skyrocket, that was the COVID prices coming in. And that I just knew for a fact that wasn't normal. So I just bought the DG stuff, kind of sat there, built on that, and just kind of kept building.
Bam.
So
now,
I know we were talking about it earlier. You have some really expensive normals.
I got the super normals, man. Those super normals.
Walker strut.
Where are they? Are they quads or triples?
For what, the visuals or the
your super normals?
So some of them are visual triples.
Okay.
A lot of them are hets. Either like triple hets, a recessive with double het. Nothing.
Amazing animals.
Nobody. It's nothing anyone else doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Wait a minute. So you've been working. Are those the animals that you've been obviously working then? So you've just been adding hets and hets, getting your whatchamacallit.
So I added, like, the first buy was a DG hypo female. Second one was a DG yellow belly pastel. Third was the Krypton genetic stripe DG. And then, like Sunset, I recently dived into paint, some puzzle stuff, nothing nobody else has.
Nothing, but yeah, those are quite the top end jeans that you're throwing around, which is great.
Yeah,
They're
the hot trends, and that's what matters, is that to try to be ahead of the curve while people are trying to buy it. You already have it.
Yeah, but so ahead of the curve, dude. I don't even know if I can 100% agree on that, because Hey,
Yeah.
where's your curve? If your curve go ahead.
It's really, I guess what you're saying is it's quite relative. It's building what you want, making sure that it's something that you want to work on and that you think people might because you like it. I guess that would be the right curve.
Yeah,
because you're right. You're right. You don't know what's going to be the next hot item because you can only work on what you like and hope that because you like it, everybody else is going to like it and be a great salesman.
So I'll be honest, I'm not a great salesman. You either want it or you don't. And Limey, yeah, I agree. They're just snakes. But like I like Sunset because of the way it looks. I like Puzzle, because of the way it looks. I like Paint because of the way it looks. To me, I don't know. It's just I don't care.
Right.
Like I don't know a better way to put that, and that's not even in my notes that I took. Like I wasn't supposed to say that.
So
I think you should just keep those notes and just toss them.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, I'm waiting for the questions that aren't coming. Like,
they're gonna come.
Like my biggest competition is myself from yesterday, because I try to be a little better each day. That's the biggest competition. We don't have to ask that question.
So you want to go rate 15 minutes of lame
entirely. Yeah.
What shows have I done? I've done some Repticons and I've done Arlington.
So did you want to ask lots of questions or you just want to go through your list?
Are you pushing? You're looking to do more shows or what? Like, are you that?
No, shows wear me down mentally. Right. It's great networking and marketing, but it's just the best way I can describe it is so introvert and extrovert. An extrovert gets coins from like people, whereas I have to give energy when I do that. So by the end of the day, like I'm just done. I'm like worn down and have to be like asleep and alone for like 12 hours for me to like recharge myself. Even going to shows, not even vending, just going is still like, okay, let me plan the next day out because I know I'm going to be like mentally done. And it's just the way the cookie crumbles on that. Right.
So on to the 15 minutes of lame questions.
I was told to be funny, people. So this is me being funny.
You are funny. A very dry funny. The competition, how good is it for the community?
I think it's very good. Not only does it bring awareness to the competition, but it also brings awareness to breeders like myself who may not put themselves out there that much. It'll throw you out there, whether you like it or not. And it's a good way to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because no matter how well you plan out the questions, you're going to get a curveball no matter what. And you have to think on your feet, and people are watching that. And how you play it is, that's going to tell other people pretty much like how you play the game of life. So like if you freeze up during it, then it's going to be like, okay, well, like, what are you doing? But if you keep rolling with the punches or like not even let it bother you, then okay, yeah, we can talk.
And guys, for anybody who's watching wants to see somebody freeze up, just go back to 15 minutes of lame. My episode, you'll see it.
Yours
perfectly.
was actually not that bad. You kept rolling with the punches with Justin because I could tell that was Justin's first time like doing that too. So it was in a way it was just even.
It was a perfect storm.
Yeah, it was an even playing board, but you were just playing on different boards.
Yeah, he was playing checkers, and I must have played backgammon or something else.
But, Shorter threw that right out there.
Number 100.
Thanks, Shauna. She like knew it. It's like 100.
Don't worry, I watched it
in this
preparation.
There you go. You know what? But like you said, it's about growing and throwing yourself out there, putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, and being able to move forward. Like after that, I did relatively well in the 15 minutes of lame. After that, because I made myself as uncomfortable as I could get. You've done a really you went on late to the mic. You were good on that show. You guys were funny and yeah, from now that after talking to you're a little more comfortable than I thought you were, just because you knew that you knew Chase and Patrick very well. But
Right.
that's great knowing that and that's another reason why I think you don't have to go to as many of the venues as because you already know all the big players. You've actually been in the industry long enough to know who to talk to, where to go, and how to play this actual game. You've played the game before.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, yeah. I just don't like making it. But I don't like advertising myself.
Well, this is. I mean, what's gonna?
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is.
This is all about marketing too, as well.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Like,
but this is what's great about this competition, because obviously you're going to be putting yourself out and you're going to be putting yourself in the spotlight at some point or another. Yeah. And you said you're going to freeze or you're not. And the way it sounds with you though is like you're going to stick to it and you're going to do whatever that needs to be done, which is great.
I mean, yeah, I'll be here. My reels may be crappy, but
But you can harness that too as well. I mean, Gerald started editing, and this first one was okay until and it's a week.
Oh, you can see the progression,
and it's only been a week, and the progression of it is I was just like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
this is great, and it'll happen with the competition too, because as soon as you start doing it, you start getting more comfortable. Then you'll be debating somebody, and then you'll be making fun of them, and then this is that, and then it comes down to that, and then you win.
William had the best advice out there, and he said it: make yourself uncomfortable, and that is pearls of wisdom.
Well, it's.
With crappy reels.
So I guess my add-on to that is if you want to change, you have to make change. You can't sit there and do the same thing expecting, and hoping things to change. And change is hard. It's 1,000% hard. But yeah. So
I know you were joking, but you were somewhat serious. In the competition, do you see there being anybody, or was it your honest answer? Your competition?
No, that was my honest answer.
Okay, well,
my competition is myself because, so I don't see competitors in this. I see colleagues, because we're all doing. It's like an office job. We're all doing pretty much the same thing, just with different animals. But there's really no end goal. Like there may be end goals and projects, but you can compound that to another project and then you just start it over. So, I wouldn't say competition. I would say I see a lot as colleagues.
I like that. I mean, that's good. You gotta watch out for Charlie. He's the biggest troll in here right now. He's gonna troll.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna troll you and then do something.
No, he's gonna record that, take that snippet, and he's gonna use it in his reel in 4 weeks from now.
That's cool.
Yeah,
he's probably out there again.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
Bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, it'll be this too, unless you decide to cut it out. So,
yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
I think that's good marketing, right? I think we should all have the office board in the back of us. with all of our stuff
Yeah,
on the left and right side of our head.
All you need is the red string line stapler.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's it.
I was going to put B Squad up here, but I didn't ask, so I didn't do it because I don't own that, so I didn't do it.
There's nothing wrong with the B Squad.
No, I'm not saying there is anything wrong. Trust me, I'm a proud member. I wanted to put it. It's just I didn't ask in time. So
you should have put it. I don't even know if they asked to put B Squad. I think they just did it.
They just did it.
We just made it up.
But I think, I think you can take that somewhere. Like, I think you can do more with that.
I hope they do.
Yeah. Like, coming to Canada every year or, somehow making it part of 15 minutes a lane. Right. Like you can do, I think you can do a lot with that brand. I mean, I think
the B Squad's better than the A Squad.
Well, I mean,
I'm not starting fights, man. I'm just saying what we can do with branding. Like,
I believe that it'll be involved every time that we do something, together or going to Canada, and it'll always be promoting for Redline. I mean, Redline.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's 100%. And Chris with his visionary of what to do and everything is. I mean, it's pretty wild. So it's fun, when he thinks of something up and everything and doing everything. So I'm excited for it too as well. Once everything starts going too. So I know that we were asked to go back to Canada. He was asked to go back to Canada. And we're just going to tag along, me and Kevin. And
I want to go.
Yeah. So yeah. So we'll definitely be doing more shows.
I was part of the reel. Like I was mentioned.
Yeah,
you were. You know what? B Squad was a great invention. It was a great vision. Agreed. And well executed.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Limey, that's not
so.
Pizza parties, fat people.
Have you been planning on what you're going to be doing for your reels, your promos,
No. I have not.
So you're gonna wing it? Is like, in other words?
I mean, I tell you what. Do you want to take my software engineering homework and I'll do some reels? Great.
I get it. So that's 100%. I get that.
But no, I haven't. I have ideas. But I'm not. How can I put this? I know when you entertain the clowns, then you become part of the circus. So I don't want to make fun of anybody. I don't want to, put anybody down. If anything, my reels will be to encourage people to get out there and vote. Just vote. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's me or not. Just bringing more light to the competition itself and just getting out there and, just vote. That's it.
Get more people to participate, which is a smart thing too. I like that. Oh, yeah.
So it's
So I have this uncomfortable thing. I don't like really making fun of people because it gets very uncomfortable very quickly. So when I did my reels, I made fun of myself because I have big shoulders. Anything everybody says to me about me or to me, I don't care about, and I think that's what makes Canadians so lovable, because we don't care. So
I don't care, but I'm not Canadian.
No, but that's
so I'm not lovable. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that where we're going here? Okay.
William, you're making him very uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My point is if I don't see you as that guy that wants to make fun of people, and you don't have to. If you can laugh at yourself and just have fun with it and tell people to vote, I think that's an awesome way to go about it without having to poke fun and say,
what's going on?
Brian's an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't have to say it.
Yeah, I saw, tradesmen demonic are going to murder me. Then okay, that's great.
There's people that has their that have their stick, and that'll just be that or like I know that. Remember when what's his name? That guy Stone Age had his facial expressions and doing that,
Yeah.
and he did that for so long. I think he should have just kept on doing that.
Yeah.
He tried to do normal reels.
Yeah. And I feel that if you have something that you want to do, like you want to promote the show and you want to promote voting, I don't see anything wrong with that. Plus, I also don't see that you have to put out three reels a week at all. You could do one a week and would be completely sufficient for the competition. And that's how I feel too. Anyway, so
because I think
if you're go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to be lovable.
If you are lovable, you're maybe too nice. I think maybe you just got to tell people to go fuck off. But I think if you just show them the quality of your animals, the fact that you have a business,
normals.
the fact that you are you're very heavy hitting normals.
I think you should also ask advice from Limey because that's gay as fuck. He says.
Make fun of Lenny.
If you have fun with it, you're that's what people get from this, and that's what people follow, and that's what people like. It has nothing to do with the reels. Like Paul's reels were shit, but everybody loves Paul. That was it. Like he's a guy.
But it brought Paul brought another level to the 15 minutes. Like every winner has in a way so it has to be, to me, it has to be kind of elevated even more. And that's what I'm looking at is the bigger picture.
It's hard. It's hard though, is like when you look at something like that and then you look at Steven that's going across country with fucking bags of cameras and doing documentary. And I'm not saying that, but it's no fucking way that sometimes that I'm going to be able to do that or anybody, that he's just built different and he knows a lot of shit.
Yeah, but so he does that. You do you. Antoine does what he does, and Shane does what he does. Like I'm not hauling around cannons all over the United States, dude. I got one cannon. I'm horrible at it. I need his help. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. I got a lens. I don't know what to do with it. I know it moves in and out. Literally, that's the best I got for you. And so.
Yeah, so you focus on what you do and you do you.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Beautiful.
Everybody's going to bring something different, and that's really valuable to just say that. It might be your personality, it might be somebody can reach out to you and ask you a question. You're not going to tell them to go hoop their hat, but it's everybody's different.
Hoop their hat?
Yeah, I never heard that before either. I was.
Yeah, let's back that train up a little bit.
Hoop your hat. The Canadians bring out the fucking weirdest
that's
there are, man.
What?
Yeah. 100%. I was on point with that, William, in a heartbeat. Hoop your hat. What the fuck?
I'm from Tennessee, moved to Texas. I thought we both had some weird sayings, but I've never heard that before. It's not. I'm not poking fun at you. It's just.
Fuck
different.
You, Ivy. Oh, fuck, man.
I'll just drop another F-bomb and say, fuck it.
I mean, do you, man?
Anyways, the point being is that you're what you're saying is not wrong. And I've been giving you fucking compliments too many times today.
Yeah,
so I should have just said
your ass or something.
No, I think you need to kiss fucking Fat Man's ass so you can get more votes.
He didn't have anything to do with it.
That's right. Nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, but exactly.
No, but you know what? On the back end,
he's not even
on the back end.
You know why you make friends? When you make friends with Brian with his 19 phones.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you did that. That's how come you won the popular vote.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, take a page out of Paul's book and go in and tell all your coworkers you better fucking vote. That's what Paul did.
I don't understand what's wrong with that. That's the problem.
I'm saying it's nothing.
I stood outside, and the whole transportation unit came outside, and I told them, get on the phone and vote. And you have to do that every day because people do forget every single day.
How many people are in your transportation unit?
So out of the there was 100 people that would walk through.
You know how many people I work with?
How many?
Probably 10.
So those 10 people that you get vote every day. It doesn't matter.
And
no, I'm not saying
they got 10 friends.
Right.
Well, I mean, they probably do.
And they
probably
have
don't.
10 friends.
But I do like that because you're getting new eyes on the competition. Somebody who may not even like snakes, but they may like
I
what 15 Minutes of Lame stands for.
I had people when I went to my AA meetings that I had, and I had a few set of friends, and I would tell them, go on and vote. And then the next time that I wasn't there, they'd be like, hey, we got another couple of guys voting, and it just
escalates.
It escalates from there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's they're watching the top 5 people that are on the thing and saying, 22%, 19%, come on, you gotta fucking go, let's go, and they go out. If you can get a select few of friends like that too, it turns into a fun competition no matter what way.
Paul, what was your end percentage anyways? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Yeah.
I think
all I know is I had to beat Troy.
that was your main. That was the main goal.
Yeah. Troy. Yeah, I don't know what Troy was doing, but he was hanging on. It was rough.
But even if
let's not talk about it. I mean, that's just 25% of the competition.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So one thing
doesn't count for shit.
Maybe counts for something. You know, people have to like you. You know.
I think it was like 7%. Okay, that's why I'm saying it doesn't count for shit.
I mean, counted for something.
Don't be upset.
Yeah, let's move on. It's okay.
It's a year later, buddy. All right, that's enough.
Yeah, we're coming up on this round. Like, we're not talking about last year. We don't live in the past anymore. Remember that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like this is a great therapy session.
I think it'd be kind of cool to put together a roundtable of previous winners and either talk about the last competition or talk about what you guys look for. That would be another way I would make or try to make 15 Minutes of Lame better. I know that was a question. Again, I'm trying to be funny. That's where this.
They usually do. Towards the competition, I don't know what Fat Man's doing this year, and he usually lets everybody know like the week before he's going to do it. But the judges do meet with the contestants, and they kind of tell them, this is because each one of them is completely different. Like if you take,
I mean, a whole podcast, not meeting like one-on-one. Are just having like how we're doing now, but in private, but like a whole podcast, because it'd be interesting to hear not only what you look for, but it also would tell people like your personalities in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, 100%.
There you go, bud.
So
now we know the numbers.
Yeah. So you were 3 times more fucking likable than myself.
It's a big smile, bud.
Yeah, he's a likable guy. Like,
It's like a big fucking teddy bear. I met the fucking guy, and I've been talking to him for fucking 2 years, and I went and gave him a hug, and he was fucking teddy bear.
Just because I'm a little short and
I didn't say you were. I wasn't saying anything about that.
You're making fun of me. I get it. That's all right.
I did not say that. I meant your personality, you jerk.
I thought you were supposed to be nice.
Yeah, right. This is what we said last time to him too. You think Canadians are nice, and then all of a sudden he's
it like changed like 180.
He's throwing people under the bus, fucking saying same shit. Fucking
like it's okay.
I'm trying to get all angry and stuff because I'm going hunting at 4 a.m. tomorrow. And
tomorrow?
I gotta go. Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
So
it's time to go to bed.
I got to be able to take a life, and I got to change my personality.
Okay. That sounds like something a serial killer would say, but that's okay. You know, I got to be able to take a life, so I got to change my personality. Like, dude, it's a white-tailed deer. Not, yeah, like we're not. Yeah.
What's going on, Tag? Yeah.
You know what?
Man.
I'll be honest and tell you, I've been hunting 10 years. I've never shot one on opening day. I watch deer. That's all I do on opening day. So I know I'm basically going to just sit.
Why do you want to get all angry? Why you want to raise that blood pressure up? You're just going to watch them tomorrow.
I actually don't get angry. I really don't.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's not say that you
that's
don't
a lie.
get angry.
You're right. You're right. I apologize.
Everybody has feelings, Gerald. Everybody has feelings.
That poor little Indian lady at the hotel doesn't think that you're very nice.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. You're not wrong. So the problem with this whole statement, is I met for the first time physically, and within 3 minutes they saw me screaming and yelling at a fucking Indian lady at a hotel because they were giving us a hard time getting us our rooms.
Let's say that their computers were down, and then he proceeded to tell her to go get her brother.
Oh yeah,
fucking work.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm giving Canadians a bad name.
But yeah, that was priceless though. And
you know what I wish you would have been there for? Your sunglasses.
Whose sunglasses?
Like when you offered Sugar Skull. No, when Sugar Skull offered you sunglasses. Like if I ever go in a car with you guys, like I'm going to the gas station buying sunglasses for everybody in the car. Like we're not gonna run off a Levine because you don't want to wear somebody's sunglasses. That's okay. Like trust me, man, I got you. They're brand new. They're polarized and everything. It's gonna be great.
Kevin is my man. I love that guy. Yeah.
He's gonna get some made with Visionary on the side.
That'd be great.
Visionary glasses. Yeah, great marketing tool.
Well, we went over that hour, man.
I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. Perfect. Fuck you, Joe.
You are quite personable, even though you made fun of me on our show. Fuck off, Paul. Like, Jesus goddamn Christ.
So
I think
I wasn't making fun of you then.
Angry
I was
Al.
just making an observation.
You know,
just so we're
Paul,
clear.
Take over.
So, no, I'm just saying that we had a good time, and I know that you have everything in the background, and you could just easily point over your shoulder, right? But that's how we all get in touch with you.
Yeah, we can do on Instagram, visionary_exotics, email info@visionaryexotics.net. That's about it right now.
You planning on doing any other platforms?
Like TikTok?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can picture you doing a really good TikTok being.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess my first TikTok would be an apology to Gerald for being so mean. It would be a confession, a confessional one. Yeah, like I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be mean.
And then I'm gonna one of my next reels is just gonna be Will picking on me. I'm gonna cut out all the pieces and just do a nice reel. I think I'll figure that out.
I would say it's more observations than picking.
Yes.
There you go. Well, you were awesome, and I appreciate you letting me post reels of your shit all over the place and being as patient with me as you have been.
No, it's honestly the gratitude's all on this side, not there. Trust me.
You're great, and I wish you the luck in the competition. There's a lot of really good people this year, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. And that's really, I think, what it's all about. It's about having fun, and then we all get to sit down on Christmas morning and see who the lucky winner is.
Right.
With those, Jared.
Honestly,
Jared
Paul, I feel
posted.
sorry for y'all. Y'all got a lot to do on your plate, like watching all the reels, like making judgments. Like,
that's another thing too. I mean, like, so obviously everyone has to tag everybody into, and then we repost and all that stuff. There is a few people that do not follow, so that's an easy decision.
Yeah.
so it's very easy if that happens.
Well, yeah, because if they're not tagging you because they're not following you, then that's it.
Yep. So
it's very simple. The rules are the rules. Right. Follow, tag, post.
Yeah,
and let the judges see and decide what they want to choose.
Right.
But we're not wrong. It's going to be a lot of work for you guys. I think you guys are going to have a lot of people actually competing. And the workload, like it's a lot of work for the contestants. I actually do not envy the judges because it's going to be a ton of work.
Right.
And you're going to be tired, Paul. Okay.
You don't have to keep putting up Gerald's comments because he's just speaking absolutely nothing. Thank you again, William.
No, thank you.
Just appreciate if you're willing to hang around in the background, you can pick on me a few more times.
Yeah,
I'll hang around to apologize.
Don't apologize.
No.
I'll write a song in the meantime.
I appreciate it.
Serenade it to you.
Shauna.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Snakes in the Batman proudly brings to you its new breeder segment, 15 Minutes of Lame!
Go ahead, say it. What do you got to say for yourself?
Absolutely nothing. I think he's great. I think he had your number the whole time.
But my number's not really hard. Like I'm special on my own, so it really doesn't take much to pick on me.
Yeah, it's very true.
I think that's what makes people laugh, though, that because I kind of take it in stride. No, Will was awesome, and I think he's going to do amazing in the competition.
I think everybody. I think what you were saying before, though, there is a lot of people that are awesome and that are going to be.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say 95% of them have been following the rules and are not doing anything until the 16th.
Yeah.
95%. There is 5% that
5%
does not follow the rules and can't read and can't write and anyways. But I think it's gonna be a fun competition. I think you guys, the judges this year, are gonna have their work cut out for them, and I don't envy you, sucker.
To 27 to 9%.
Oh,
I love you.
Yeah.
But you are on full momentum coming up.
Yeah, full momentum. No, my percentage is never going to come up. The only thing I could have done is, I think if give me another couple of weeks, maybe it would sway a judge or two. Maybe it wouldn't have been a full out sweep. Maybe I could have taken one.
Yeah, you were there.
I love you too, buddy. Fuck, we're getting all sensitive. I'm gonna start tearing up.
Stop it, you fucking never mind.
So for everybody who's been watching, 9:00, Fat Man's gonna have Fire Baby on. I don't know if you can see
Fire
that.
Baby. It's upside down. There you go.
So yeah, 9:00 Hot Chick episode on Fat Man Nation.
Be there.
Tune in. Fat Man's being very patient with us. I'm gonna say mostly me. So he still lets me stay on this channel. I don't get it. I think he just likes my wife's boobs. So one way or the other, I'm still here. Anyways, to all you guys still watching, have a great evening. Thanks for coming out. And we'll see you next week. We got another good show coming out next week. I think it might be the Lamest Chat's Hot Chick episode.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good one. Bye.